I'm a woman who can't cry. My master warned me again and again. I am the living fate of the Ye kingdom. My joy and sorrow move with heaven and earth. If I smile, the land prospers. If I cry, a massive flood hits the world. To protect the people in the kingdom, the emperor spoiled me like crazy. He even fed me himself. But right before the wedding, Crown Prince Jack had the nerve to force me to call it off. I nodded, dumped that jerk, and decided to pick someone else as Crown Prince. My name is Lucy. I was born into an ordinary merchant family. When I was 6, an old monk came to our house asking for water. He looked at me, chanted a prayer, and said, "This girl's eyes are strange. Wherever her gaze falls, disaster follows. If you want peace in this house, her eyes must be destroyed." My father believed him. My grandparents believed him too. They brought over an awl and tried to blind me. My mother nearly lost her mind. She shielded me with her body, pulled out her hairpin, and stabbed at anyone who came near. Back then, my father still cared for my mother a little, so he finally gave in. He only covered my eyes with white silk. From that day on, 6-year-old me lived in darkness day and night. Because of these eyes, my parents kept fighting until they fell out completely. My father simply took in several concubines, and within 2 years, I had a bunch of half-siblings. My mother put all her attention on me and couldn't care less about my father. But when those concubines saw she wouldn't fight back, they got even bolder. Until one day, a pregnant concubine came over to show off in front of my mother. Then she shoved my mother into the pond, and my mother never came back up. My mother died. My father and grandparents all called me a Jinx, said I brought bad luck, and said I killed my mother. As a child, I didn't know what a Jinx was. I only knew my cruel father wanted to blind me, my grandparents hated me, and even the servants looked down on me. Only my mother truly loved me. I was almost no different from a blind girl, but I wasn't stupid. I knew that with my mother gone, staying in that man-eating house meant certain death. So I ran away that very night. I took off the white silk over my eyes and crawled out through the dog hole under cover of darkness. I took a deep breath to steady myself, ready to pick a random road and start running for my life. But when I looked up, I suddenly saw a man in white standing not far away, smiling at me. I stared at him in confusion and couldn't help asking, "Who are you?" Then I heard his gentle voice. "I am the state preceptor, and you are the disciple I've been searching for 10 years. I became the state preceptor's disciple. My master took me to the palace and settled me in the Star Palace. My master treated me very well. Even when he spoke to me, he slowed his voice on purpose, as if afraid of scaring me. Here, no one saw me as a disaster, and no one withheld my food. I put on the white robe only Star Palace disciples could wear, and I thought it was the prettiest outfit in the world. My master said I was no ordinary person. I was formed from the purest spiritual energy between heaven and earth, the very fate of the Ye kingdom itself. In simple terms, I was the living form of the kingdom's destiny. I was born with heavenly sight. I could tell loyalty from betrayal, good from evil, and sense fortune or disaster. If I was wronged, disasters would hit the world. If I died by accident instead of old age, the Ye kingdom's fate would be completely cut off, and the nation would fall. I suspected my master had made up a story to fool me, so I couldn't help asking him, "Then how do you know I'm the living fate of the kingdom?" I'm clearly no different from any normal child. My master smiled and patted my head. I shook my head and looked at him expectantly, hoping he could explain it to me. "Lucy, do you know why the Ye kingdom is the strongest nation in the world? Because the wife of our founding emperor was also a woman who carried the kingdom's fate. My master warned me that as the girl who carried the kingdom's fate, my safety mattered even more than the emperor's. So I must never put myself in danger lightly, nor expose my identity and attract greed. After becoming the state preceptor's disciple, I had status in the palace. Ordinary palace servants didn't dare offend me. Because my master treated me so well, some servants even whispered behind my back that I wasn't his disciple at all, but the emperor's long-lost little princess. If the identity of the kingdom's fate-bearer weren't known only to the emperor and state preceptor, I swear my master would have built an altar for me, hung a sign on my neck saying, "Kingdom's fate-bearer," and told the whole world to treat me well. Unfortunately, the good days didn't last. I had only lived in the palace for a few days, and I hadn't even had time to enjoy strutting around like I owned the place. I was only swinging in the imperial garden when one of the emperor's consorts called me a little seductress and came at me furious, saying she would dig out my eyes. The maids and eunuchs around her immediately reached out to grab me. I turned and ran. My hair ribbon fell off, my clothes got torn, and at some point I even lost one of my shoes. Luckily, my luck wasn't bad. By sheer accident, I ran into the second prince, Tom. He was about my age, but very sharp. He hid me inside a rockery, then drove away the palace servants chasing me. I wasn't hurt, but because I was so frightened, I came down with a high fever that night. I burned up in a daze and had no idea what happened. I only kept hearing my master and another stern voice outside the door discussing my condition. After I recovered, I found out that because I had fallen ill, the capital had rained non-stop for half a month, flooding many crops. If the capital hadn't been built on higher ground, even the whole palace might have been underwater. On top of that, a rare locust plague broke out in Jiangnan. The locusts devoured countless crops. That rich land of rice and fish was now facing total crop failure in many areas. My master was furious and reported everything to the emperor. I heard the consort who tried to gouge out my eyes was executed by imperial order. After I got better, my master said he would take me to meet the emperor. On the day of the audience, I nervously followed behind him. Just as I was about to lower my head and kneel, the emperor stopped me. "Lucy, no need to bow." I looked up in a daze and saw the emperor actually stand up from his seat. He moved in a hurry, and even the way he said, "No need to bow," sounded urgent, like he had been badly scared. I blinked in confusion and nodded. For a moment, I had the strange feeling that the emperor had been afraid I would really kneel. Seeing this, my master smiled helplessly, gently patted my back, and started exchanging greetings with the emperor. But after only a few words, the topic came back to me again.